Put that down so we can see.
Go ahead.
Checking in, right?
Yeah.
Okay. SmashCastBros. Keep it local, keep it cash. Tell the feds to kiss your ass. I'm Ty.
I'm Moo.
I'm Trigger.
Well, I sloughed off on Thursday. I took another day off.
Of course you did.
You aren't going to do anything at work anyway, so you might as well.
My foot is killing me. I think I broke it.
It's gout. Because you eat like shit.
It's on the bottom, not the toes. But I got some stuff done. I mean, I still... Oh, God.
They hear
We're outside.
No. He says, are you ready for callers? I mean, do you think this will pick up if I put it on speaker?
Put it underneath that microphone over there.
Yeah. Tell them to call...
Me? You?
Tell them to call me.
Okay.
Put the microphone by the bottom of that phone, and we'll have to sound check them before you can really do anything.
Like that?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, we can do this whole thing on the fly, right?
Yeah.
I got some preventative maintenance taken care of. Changed the oil in some lawnmowers and stuff. Carter Bob helped me with changing the oil in the lawnmowers.
He operated the vacuum, didn't he? So you
Yep.
just change the O-ring or something?
Yep. I got Amy's done, and you know those quick drains on the riders?
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately.
The O-ring was just warbled and flat. And
You know how I fixed that? I
did
pulled
fix
that quick drain out, and I put some, I think it's 3/4 inch NPT,
Pipe.
4-inch nipple, and then a 1/4 turn ball valve on the end.
I probably should have done that, but instead I just put Schaefer's oil in it and Lucas, so plus the $12 oil filter. So I probably got a $30 oil change and 2 quarts of fucking oil. But the fucker leaked. That quick thing leaked. I got a response back.
Do I need to call him?
Maybe. The thing leaked. O-rings. I figured it was probably the O-ring, so I had Carter come over and I set the vacuum on it, and I said, I need you to hold it right here. Don't hold it over here. Don't hold it over here. Don't hold it here. Don't hold it off. I need it to stay right on top of the oil fill. There's enough vacuum on a shop vac to keep the oil from draining out. Put an O-ring on it, slapped it back together. Problem solved. And we changed the oil in his dad's, which is a push mower. He tipped it over and dumped all the oil out of it.
I mean, if it works.
Yeah, well, it worked.
When I did the oil change on my Husqvarna, the snow thrower one, riding snow thrower, opened that valve and it drained super slow. So I got a rubber cork thing I had laying around and put an air gun end into it.
Oh, yeah.
Put it in the top and I didn't do it go too heavy,
Right.
but I wanted to speed it up a little bit.
That would work.
Your best friend texted.
He might in a bit. He's in the car.
Oh, that's the perfect time.
Oh, I'm not going to read the rest of that, but go ahead and read the rest of that.
Oh, that's the perfect situation.
The perfect situation. I'm not going to say that out loud.
Well, it's not something that needs to be on the air.
Yeah, no shit.
And what else happened today? Oh, if he does call, I can't wait to tell him that the fucking side-by-side door flew open again on Amy, and she bawled her eyes out about it. I'm like, don't worry about it. She was so worried I was going to freak out, but I didn't. That was really cool about it.
Ty, do you have a USB-C to USB-C?
Yes.
Because this thing's got a USB input that might be able to connect right to your phone. But
mine?
hold on, but then you guys won't be able to hear it.
It's down here. Yeah.
Wait, then you guys won't be able to hear it because you don't use headphones.
Okay. I don't even know how that would work, but it'd be awesome to try.
So I think we'll just do
We'll have to keep it short. 'Cause
Speaker
I don't know
for now.
how it's going to turn out on... Because last week's, at the 40-minute mark, in the second episode, sound turned to trash. What else did I do? I fixed Amy's sink. Her shower needs to be repaired. I'm going to fuck with that. Now all of a sudden she wants to redo the whole bathroom upstairs. I'm like, oh shit. Don't want to do that.
Yeah, you do.
I do, but I don't. I don't want to do it. I need to fix. That'd be me. Need to fix the floor in there too.
What'd you do to the floor in there?
Oh, nothing. It's just it's got old hardwood and it's just needs to be torn out and I want vinyl put in. It's got shitty hardwood.
Oh.
Not like real hardwood.
Not nailed down hardwood. I was
on.
going to say,
So-
just refinish it, but if it's not.
So hold on. Your old lady is trading out real wood for plastic?
Well, yeah.
That
It's
sucks
shitty.
to be you.
Has she
It's
seen?
pretty bad.
Has she seen the real? Have you seen the real wood that she's had to deal with for 20 years? There
That's
ain't much of it.
You're saying it's rotting away?
it's been getting a shellacking
Saying,
at least once a
she
day
asked him
lately.
to knock the bottom out of it, and he can barely wear the first inch out of it.
She's been shellacking that fucker at least once a day for quite a while now, and I'm wearing the skin off of it.
Jesus.
What?
Fucking bird came about an inch from hitting the freaking window when I was looking.
There's another story. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, Bianca called me and goes, hey, there's a rat over here by your barn. And I'm like, what? I'll show you when you get home. Okay. I get home and we go down to the downspout. And she goes, whatever it was had a huge claw and it stuck it out and it's feeling around. And I'm like, bullshit. I'm shining my flashlight down. There's like a tiny hole. I'm shining my flashlight down in and I can't see anything. And I'm like, maybe it was a bug or a spider that came up
probably
and
a
went back
mole.
down.
Mole.
Today, something was in there making a shitload of racket. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I kind of peel it open. I kind of push stuff around so I could see in there. And I could see a beak going like this, trying to peck and stuff, going at it. So finally, I just grabbed an axe handle, shoved it down to get it out, and a bird came out and it took off. It was in there for I don't know how long, at least 2 days.
Trying to build a nest.
It must have been. Probably did, and now my shit's plugged up there. That would piss me off. If that's the case, I'm going to hunt that bitch down and shoot that bird. You know how I don't hit clay pigeons? I'll hit that thing.
Yeah, but you'll be standing right on top of that bird.
I'll do it point blank if I have to. Son of a bitch. What else we got?
You know, I'm kind of kicking myself. I didn't plan ahead so much this year. One of these years, we need to do a Tannerite Easter egg hunt.
Well, I thought about it already this week. We have tons of plastic eggs. The kids are old enough where they don't want to do it anymore, but turns out they do want to do it, so we're not going to use ours. They just want to.
You can buy them
So me
cheap
and Amy are going to
online.
hide the eggs, but we're going to hide them like really fucking hard.
You're going to bury them.
Yeah. So, and we asked
Put them
Bianca
in
if she
the
wanted to do that.
dishwasher, in the oven, in the laundry.
Yeah, you're never gonna find them.
They're never going to find them
pretty
because
good
they don't
point.
even know how to open the fucking things.
Under the mess in the room.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good point. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to.
But
We'll give them like 10 each or something. But yeah, good
I
luck.
think-
Under the sink in the bathroom where the cleaning supplies are. And
I think for next year, we'll have to set up an Easter egg hunt.
there's one guy his wife's been doing it for the last couple of years. She grabs a case of his beer, puts it in Easter eggs, and puts it all over. That's his Easter egg hunt.
Like big Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun. That's fun. They got big ones.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
for
the little
ours.
ones, and you fill them full of Tannerite
Yeah.
and shoot at them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we all just stand there in a line.
I wonder if one would set the next one off if they were close.
Well, there's only one way to test.
Yeah, you're right. I got plenty of it.
Oh, we're going to need a lot of
see.
it.
We'll get more.
I might have to talk to some farmers, get a 50-pound bag.
Holy shit.
Because in the when you start filling those eggs, if you get more than 5 guys there, those eggs are going to go fast.
I'm sure
Not if
somebody
they shoot like Ty.
I'm
Wow.
sure somebody figured out how all that works scientifically, but I wonder, part of me wonders if it wasn't like an experiment, like how did they figure out milk came from cows? Who stroked that first? You know what I mean?
Well, you're old enough.
Or
you should be able to tell
how
us.
did eggs come about? How did they fry up eggs? Who thought, let's fry this thing?
hey, the chicken just pooped this out. I wonder if it tastes good.
Yeah. But did somebody just shoot it?
Well, hold on. To be fair, the 95% component of tannerite is fertilizer. So,
But somebody decided if I shoot this with 2,000 feet per second.
well, hold on. And the other part of it that was used in a very well-known 1995 event was diesel fuel, which farmers also have on hand.
So do truckers.
And they might have hit it with a round, which farmers also use.
Maybe you. So, not you, because you work in another town now. But going to Grand Rapids, me and Trigger work just off of Broadmoor, off M6 Broadmoor. I go M6 to Broadmoor, and I get off that exit right there. At the bottom of that ramp, before the light, there's a semi parked.
Yeah, about every morning.
It's been there for 2 months straight. Hasn't moved.
Where?
Right at the bottom of that ramp.
Well, it's time to go.
Off the shoulder of the road. But before you get to that light at the bottom of the ramp coming off M6, so Monday or Tuesday morning, 9:01 rolled around, and I called the Kentwood Police Department, and I said, hey, you might want to go check and see. I said, because that truck's been sitting there for like 2 months, and I can't believe
I was going to say, he's normally gone by 7 a.m. Some days he's there at 6 and still sitting there. If I pull through there at 7, he's not there.
He's there every morning I go through, but I go through a little earlier. But it's always the exact same. The cab and the trailer have the exact same angle, and I'm like, he has not moved. That fucking truck has not moved. So I figured
It's a weird place to park, too.
Why? The exact same spot, the exact same angle. So I called not 911, but I called Kent Hood Popo 50, and I says, hey.
Fucking narc.
Well, I'm like.
You better go make sure there's no flies inside of that.
Exactly. I'm like, over-the-road truckers normally don't smell great to begin with, but if he's been there for 2 months and not moved, he really stinks now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you let the problem sit for a lot longer, he won't stink anymore.
There's actually a Facebook page dedicated to that. It's Stages of Decomposition.
Some colleges have decomposition labs where they get cadavers and they bury them, and then they dig them up later to see different stages of decomposition. It's like a crime lab kind of thing to see like what different conditions, like adding lye
and breakdown and all that shit. It's just like body farms. People want to be one with the earth again versus being embalmed with all the chemicals and put in a tomb and whatever.
You know what the best way to be one with the earth is? Wood chipper. You're saving Mother Nature a lot of work.
And recycling.
Yeah. At Disney World.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Fuckers. I just had another one and I totally flaked on it.
So I saw a thing today that said alcohol contains female hormones. That's why when you drink a lot, you drive worse.
Or you get bitchy. Or you start being a little bitch.
You can't shut your mouth anymore. Yeah. Female hormones.
So.
What's the difference between a garbanzo bean and a chickpea?
Never had a garbanzo bean in my face before.
I knew it was something like that. So. Was it a chick driving that boat?
What boat?
Oh, I don't know. I heard there's a rumor. The
hold on.
boat that crashed into that bridge?
Hold on. They were saying, the Russians hacked the boat.
Yeah. Wasn't there like 3 bridges that came down that day?
What?
If you looked, there was like 3 bridges.
It was one bridge, but it was all cantilevered, so it all started.
No, there was like 3 different bridges across.
There
was like 3 separate bridges in the freaking world that came down that day.
Oh. Well, hold on. I liked that your president was saying, well, the federal government will pay for a new one. No. Their insurance needs to pay for it.
Yes, they are insured. Why are they going to take that insurance money and run?
If you watch
Somebody's
that,
gonna.
Biden is. If
Yeah,
you
no
watch
shit.
the video,
You seen the memes yet where he was driving a boat?
I've seen a bunch of different ones.
if you watch the video, like the boat's cruising through, and then all the power goes out. It comes back on, and the boat turns more towards the bridge.
Well,
and the power goes out again, comes back, and it turns more towards the bridge and crashes.
when the power came back on the first time, it had a huge rolling coal. It started rolling coal hard. Like they're either the way boats work, you can turn it like this,
They have Z motors.
or they're trying to, yeah.
Well, no, they a lot of modern boats have like Z drives on them.
But they had 90
So they're
seconds of
360-degree motors. They can go whatever fucking way you want
on
them.
that thing. They should. I mean,
See, they also have bow thrusters.
that's,
Yeah.
yeah,
They have
that's kind of what he's
side
saying.
Well, no,
front to help
a
steer.
lot of the modern ones have a bunch of Z thrusters all over the underside,
Okay.
and that can be angled any direction 360 degrees, so they can push themselves sideways perfectly, and then turn and go straight.
But if the electronics was all screwed up on it,
Yes,
they
but
had no way to react fast enough between power surges.
if your power goes out, as soon as it comes back on, you need to be steering away from anything else in nearby.
They had 90 seconds of Mayday before from Mayday,
were-
the first Mayday to
And they were able to
Impact.
block a lot of traffic on the bridge.
20 people. I heard 20
I heard
cars at
6
first.
confirmed, but more have
6
yet to be
confirmed
found.
death?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's all they're saying is the 6 road construction workers.
The only
6
thing-
out of 8.
I think it was like 2 people were in a pickup and 4 construction workers or something is what I had heard.
There was people working on that bridge too.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think, and maybe it's a saving grace, at 1:30 in the morning,
It
I doubt
wasn't
that-
very busy.
I don't think there was too many kids involved
Well, hold on. Imagine if it had happened in rush hour.
in school zone rush
And
hour.
that's where, okay, some people say, it's terrorists. Now, if terrorists were going to do it, they were going to do it during
They
rush
were
hour
going to do it doing, yeah.
to do the most damage.
Let's see. This one, 4 unaccounted for on this article.
But with the heavy currents and everything, the bodies could have already been washed out to the freaking ocean.
Yeah.
With
Well,
the
they,
with the
they're
river
going to
currents.
they're going to float, they're going to full blown float, or they're going to semi float, or they're
Well,
in a car
no,
down-
with the clothes, they're probably going to sink. Well, if they're in the car, they're going to sink, and that's the end of that. But like with clothes, it's going to get waterlogged and sink. But after a while, the body will bloat, and the body will float back to the surface.
The other thing is
But
absolute
inside of a
shock.
car,
you're in shock because you just don't know what the fuck's going on. You just hit the water.
You
and now
fell.
you're- And now that water is not summertime temperatures.
Well, them cars hit the water roughly around 60 to 65 mile an hour. Is how fast they were doing when them cars hit the water.
Oh, they're dead.
hold on, Francis
know,
Scott Key it's
It's
185 feet
from the
tall.
water. Sorry, I already looked all
Yeah.
this shit up.
It's a 185-foot drop.
Okay.
So you're sitting in your car
65
thinking,
mile an hour,
man,
you're
this
not
day
making it."
fucking.
A human body reaches terminal velocity. Its terminal velocity is 120 mile an hour.
What does a
human
car
bo-
hit terminal
and-
velocity?
And I'm basing it just off some rounded
The
numbers that I've
construction
tried
workers.
to figure out. Is it 1,500? Or it takes 1,500 feet to reach 120 mile an hour, which is terminal velocity, from what I've read. So if you do all the math, it's going to put right around 60 mile an hour, roughly. It's not exact. I didn't figure it out exact. But can you imagine 185 feet?
You're going to break
and then-
some limbs.
Oh, you will.
You're not going to be able to swim.
Well,
at that
hold
point.
on.
And I feel like any one, maybe 2 limbs are broken. Anywhere.
Any
You're done.
bones are going to break. Let's say your ribs. Your ribs are fairly fragile. If you hit the water belly flop, let's say, from 185 feet, you're going to break the ribs. Well, those ribs, those bone fragments are going to pierce whatever internal organs, and they're going to bleed out profusely internally, if not externally. Yeah. And then not to mention, okay, it's connected to the ocean. And roughly where it's at, okay, you could go a little bit more north, whatever. There has been shark sightings. out in the
far
ocean.
north?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Wow. I
So-
just feel like that's gold. Before we get too delved into, because I feel like the next step is your guys' weekly bitches after that. But last weekend we did a YouTube thing with the mugshotties. That was a lot of fun. If you don't know, go onto the YouTube and check that out. That was a lot of fun. The mugshotties Instagram page. There's women. Sometimes they're absolute train wrecks. Sometimes they're absolutely gorgeous. And we got to where we were looking at their photos. Moody had his phone streaming to the TV. Yeah. Moody had his phone streaming to the TV. We get to the picture where we couldn't see what they actually did yet, and we took guesses as to what they did. And then once we all guessed or whatever, or threw in the towel, he'd
Scroll
up
to see what they actually got in trouble for.
and we read it off.
There was a lot of DUIs.
Yeah. Women like to party.
But there was also a lot of fairly decent women that they were in some brutal fucking murders.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like,
Some
Jesus.
of them will take you completely off guard.
Yes. And some of them are really stupid. Like,
the chick that...
probation violate.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
gives a shit about that?
Now, hold on. My
It's probably more
favorite...
about what she looks like at that point.
And, yeah.
My favorite was the one that got busted for fleeing from police on a motorcycle. Oh.
The one that looks like the Joker. Yeah, she's kind of
yeah.
hot.
Well,
She was in there numerous times.
yeah, but the one that looked like the Joker was at a party as the Joker.
Yeah. But she's got a. You can link to it, and then you can
is that
see
the
her,
one that has the Instagram? Instagram.
Oh, there was a couple of
the
them.
motorcycle one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She looks
I love
like
classy
she'd probably
broads.
be fun to party with.
Either way, I did have fun doing that.
It was
That
fun.
was pretty
And
fun.
we may have to try that again. But I did
something
notice,
different.
I don't remember any of them. I'll never be able to, even if I studied them, I'll never be able to remember them. But the first half up to the first woman, let's start with those. And then we'll have to go down, because I took a picture of the last one we did. And then we can skip to because the top ones are actually pretty good. I like I said, I don't remember any of them, but we'll have to do that again. But check it out on the YouTubes.
I'll have to bring my laptop for that.
Subscribe, like, what else? Comment,
Share.
give us the finger.
Yeah. Tell your friends, tell your family.
Tell your preacher. Don't do that.
Yeah, please don't.
Tell your dealer.
They're going
Tell
to
your dealer.
insist we
Let's
go to
give it-
confession.
Yeah.
You
give you a
do
reason
need
to.
confession. But, anyways, back to that Baltimore Bridge.
Okay.
185-foot drop. Imagine you're on your way to work, trudging along, just half asleep. The next thing you know, you're in free fall inside your car. Because the bridge just collapsed out from under some of the people.
And then the water's 50 feet deep from the surface to the actual river floor. It's 50 foot deep.
Well, hold on. Some of those cars had to have smacked the bridge on their way down. So they fell 185 feet, smacked the bridge because it stopped when it hit the water, and then sink into the water.
Oh, the violence of the whole thing they're not going to make it. They're all, at this point,
Oh, hold on.
survivors.
For their sake, I hope they died on impact.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
Otherwise, they're sinking into
Excruciating.
cold-ass water and just knowing, I'm done.
I couldn't
And not
help.
to mention, can you imagine in the sitting position, even with a seat cushion to a car underneath your ass,
It's not enough.
you come down and you impact. Your spine's going to collapse. You're probably going to freaking break your teeth. You bite your tongue off. You break your fucking neck. And not to mention whatever other bones. And like I said just a little bit ago, just the viciousness of it. How many bones are going to pierce vital organs? And
Yeah.
you're going to freaking be in excruciating pain, bleeding out.
We all know how slow I drive, right? I'm pretty famous for it. However, from now on, when I come up to a fucking bridge, I'm punching it. I'm getting across that bitch as fast as I can. I can just imagine some dude getting on X, Twitter, or whatever, going, man, somebody kill me. I gotta go. I'm on my way to work. Fuck this job. Somebody kill me.
No.
It's kind of like Abraham Lincoln. Did you know he sent out a tweet just before he left the house? Man, Mary Todd's making me go to a play. Somebody come shoot me.
This play is mind blowing. Sorry. Actually, that's what JFK thought about that final parade. It's mind blowing.
Oh, there's a lot
Seeing
of
all the
people.
people.
It's blowing my mind.
That grassy knoll
We're
was
going to hell anyway, so what the fuck?
that grassy knoll is so beautiful. It's mind blowing.
I was saying, pretty much the three of us are screwed.
My mind's blown.
No, I go to confession on the weekends.
Church of the Bush.
The lady at the beer store counter is not a priest.
In my mind, she is. She saves my soul every case.
She slides that box over. Oh, thank you, Jesus. I needed this. Man, we really are. That's rotten. You guys are horrible.
You guys are the bad influences. I was angelic before I met you guys.
Weekly bitches.
Bad drivers, construction galore in Lansing.
Well, it's going to be bad. Well, you're going to be the worst because she promised to fix those damn roads.
Oh, hold on.
And if she can see them anywhere from her office or her house,
so you know where Sparrow is, the main hospital, Michigan Ave in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Okay, downtown then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know where Frandor is. That stretch from Pennsylvania to Homer, which is just on the other side of 127, is shutting down starting Monday. Not to mention,
How long?
I'm hearing it's a 3-year project.
Holy shit.
Well, the 131 project is only shutting down for a few weeks, I heard. 'Cause everybody's like, "Oh my God, 131's shutting down. The world's coming to an end. The end is near."
Okay.
that
but
doesn't
then
even
I
affect you in
It's only going to
Kentwood.
be a few fucking weeks.
So, hold
Yeah, but I
on.
still got to worry about everybody else.
96 eastbound, you can go 127 south. You cannot go 127 north. 96 west, you can go north. You cannot go south. 127 south, you can go west. You cannot go east. North, you can go west, east, but you cannot go west. So you're...
It sounds like downtown. Everything downtown Lansing is one way.
Nah. If you know how to get around it, and some of those roads are actually opening up to be 2-way now. But Michigan Ave currently...
But only if you're drunk.
Okay, so Michigan Ave currently is parking, 2 lanes, parking. They're changing it to be parking, bike lane, turn lane.
I'm
Bike lane,
saving
parking.
my hatred for bicycles. I don't mind bicycles on bike trails or the off-road bike trails or somewhere they is designed and dedicated to. But the road thing, I'm saving that topic for the next time Heaton comes over and hangs out with us because
Well, hold
he's
on.
got some input on that. And he hates them just as much as the rest
Here's
of
the
us.
horse shit. They're building bike lanes,
They
but
have
they
more rights than
don't.
we do.
They don't allow real bikes into the bike lane. Motorcycles.
Well,
What do you mean it's a bike lane, but I can't use it? I'm on a bike.
maybe e-bike.
No.
I just delivered 2 of those.
No. That Aprilia is an e-bike. A e-bike.
Anyway, my bitch session for the week is I had a company driver in front of me in the morning.
You had to speed up to flip them off?
No, he's in the left lane.
He was in the left lane for 5 miles.
Nobody else around?
Oh, he was passing people on the right.
Cars
there
are
was,
passing him on the right?
No, there was slower semis on the right, but they were only a half a mile an hour slower than him.
Oh, God.
And I kept going out over the rumble strips with my bright lights in his mirror. Like,
Well, now he slowed
on.
down a little. I would have. I don't care who it was.
and whatever. And finally, I got back. He finally pulls in, and I
thought
pass
you
him.
said you passed him on the right.
No. I passed him on the left after he pulled back over. But I was in triple digits when I passed him because I was pissed and I was running late. And I
As you do.
cut back in front of him. Well, I got a text. Short while later. Was that you that passed me? Well, yeah. Yeah.
You were in the wrong lane.
So
Hey,
sorry for the
if
whole.
he's going faster than if he was able to pass the other trucks, then he was going fast enough.
But it was 5 miles.
5 miles.
Pass the one and get back in.
Set
Hold
the
on.
cruise at
Hold on.
65 behind him.
No, because most of the time I leave with just enough fucking time to get to work.
So do I. I do too. He actually trying to get him to come out here, but it's a long drive for him. But anyway, it doesn't mean I don't like giving him shit just like everybody else. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
But
It ain't gonna get him in
I
trouble.
was gonna say I
It
wouldn't
ain't
do
gonna
that
get
in
in
front of him. That's the only problem. I'll
That
give
ain't
him
gonna
shit all day long on this, but I wouldn't do it in front of anybody that
Could do
has
something.
Any. I only save that for the Swartzes of the world.
Oh. God, I hope he listens. He needs to know the disdain.
I don't mind Schwartz enough to give him shit as much as I possibly can.
I love his rule book. I assume he's still doing the rule book.
What's he doing?
Is he still doing that?
The book that he puts in the dash?
Yeah. Oh, he gave up on that?
I think so.
Did you piss him off and he wrote a bunch of rules for you?
No.
He had the back of a DVR, the paper DVR. He was setting the friggin' dash. It says, don't change these stations, park in this spot.
Don't change my presets.
No smoking and whatever.
Yeah.
Every
Whole
time-
list of rules.
Every time I got in that truck to do something with it, I'd grab that out of the dash. I would chuck it as hard as I could behind the passenger seat.
You should have left a bunch of, like, your old cigarette butts laying on the floor.
No. Your wife's cigarette butts,
I would
so they don't come back to you.
Change the presets in the radio. Change all the seat settings, so the seat back and the lumbar.
Yeah, it's not
And
his
then
truck.
as I'm working on it, every time I would snuff out a cigarette, I would open up the passenger door and stick the butt behind the passenger seat.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Get that smell going.
Yep. Every time.
God, he had a point. You should have had somebody took one of your wives after like a big, like she just put lipstick on, have her, and then stick one in the. Oh, he'd be going nuts.
Oh yeah, I just
anyway.
love when people try and enforce rules in a truck that they don't own.
Yeah, that's
That was my one bitch session for the week.
I don't have any. I never.
I had someone try and force their way into my lanes back by the trailer tandems.
Yeah? How'd that fare for them?
They gave up on it.
Oh.
Actually, I was on the phone with you, I think, cussing them out.
On the phone while driving.
Oh no!
Well, hold on, hands free.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like-
allowed to do hands free. I'm not texting.
I guess my other bitch of the week would be insurance, which makes us all freaking see red.
100%.
All because of your president.
No.
My biggest bitch is Can-Am. Fuck those things. Hey, like, let's go for a ride. So we go for a ride, and the door opened up again. Matter of fact, if Alan does call, I can't wait to tell him about it. Holy shit!
We just need him to call.
Man, he may not. If he's lubed up, he ain't gonna. He'd forget. He's already forgot. All right. Let me get into some of my screenshots and my notes. I don't think I took any notes. I got some screenshots.
You sent me a bunch of
I did get a
shit.
compliment. I think I told you yesterday. I did get a compliment that
You're not as retarded as I thought you were.
we, this person
Joke's
enjoys
on you.
listening to us. We are, we're freaking hilarious, and we're pretty much the right amount of fuckery.
Yeah, but he hasn't. Well, I guess I did order. He has not listened in a while, so he hasn't heard updated anything.
No, but he did listen to some at least.
I'm gonna check my notes.
I mentioned it to my uncle, and his advice was try and stay on topic a little bit better, but I don't think any of us here have the attention span to stay on topic much more than we do.
No.
No.
And to stay
Oh, no.
on
That-
one topic,
that
we have
and-
to have hours of research in order to stay on topic. Because even when Ty does research on stuff, okay, we can go through that research in 5 minutes.
Well, that
Yeah, because I got one right now that is very little research, but it's gonna piss somebody off.
but
Probably me.
No.
at the same time, if we tried to stay on topic, I'd have to like jot down the insults I have and then reference everything in context just to bring it back up. And
Yeah.
that's just too much work.
Yeah. And plus,
I
at that point,
forget.
it's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
You guys say something that reminds me of something I want to bring up. By the time that you guys are done having that conversation, I'm like,
The
oh,
context.
fuck, I forgot.
You forgot, or the context is gone and it
Yeah.
just fades away.
I took some screenshots. I sent you a bunch of stuff with some screenshots.
You guys
Maybe
figured
some
out how
of
to
them-
do that?
Gas refinery shutdown could impact Michigan gas prices.
Thanks, Whitmer.
Mid-Michigan, a gas refinery near Michigan is about to take a seasonal pause, which could cause costs at the pumps to rise.
How much more can it freaking go up?
Careful what you wish for.
Well, hold on. Wait.
That's not a challenge.
Don't say that. Don't say that any louder.
Jeremy,
Not a freaking
Somebody-
challenge.
Jeremy, it could easily go up to what it was earlier in the Biden presidency. Diesel's down to $4 a gallon. There was a time it was $4.50 a gallon.
Oh no, there was a time I was paying $5.35, I think, a
I
gallon
was
of
trying
diesel
not to
fuel.
remember that time.
We were coming back from Lowell. I did my. That's what it was.
But I think I
Here's
paid
one.
up to
Here's one
$5
that
a
I,
gallon for gas.
My weekly bitch. One that I thought about and then forgot already tonight. I did my CDL
Physical?
physical today.
Turn your head and coughed?
Yeah, I
You
did
got your
get
nuts
Hold on.
fondled?
They didn't do that.
No, they don't
Yeah.
do it anymore.
Really?
Really?
I didn't
when
know
did
that.
that stop?
I was really hoping to get.
I got
with.
mine done back here in November. Nope. They said don't do it anymore.
I had mine in September. I didn't get diddled.
I didn't even ask.
I didn't want to bring it up.
But if
I
you
was
go to
hoping
get
to-
a fucking piss test, some big gigantic fucking 7-foot tall black guy has to look.
Now, did you
Get
go
this
to the
close to
one
your wiener when
down
you piss
on 44th by Roger B. Chafee?
No, Lowell. In and out, man. Joel
Dude.
Jover?
The one
Jover.
in front of Meyer?
Yeah.
I was told that there was something with the freaking setup in it because that's where I wanted to go.
Jover did it.
Dude, I did
And
mine.
then I just went,
I did mine over
I'm
here at this
gonna-
clinic.
Fucking
In
grab
and out.
Jimmy by the fucking nuts.
I think it was a test
No, I did it 2 years, or the last time I got, before this
called
November,
Well Now.
I went
Wow.
2 years ago there, or a
You
year
get a
ago
2-year
or whatever.
card?
I'm taking this
And
opportunity.
I told him, I told Jimmy, I said, I like going to that place, keep that place in, going with it, great place to go, whatever.
They didn't ask me a single question about sleep.
See, I can say this because they're closed. I liked Cascade Care Clinic
Oh yeah.
because that old man didn't give a fuck.
You got bills to pay, kids to feed. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Does that too. No,
This clinic over here, there was some concrete driver who showed up for a physical wearing his McDonald's headset, talking on the phone in the waiting room. I was just, you fucking child.
Mm-hmm.
But I got in there, in and out, decently quickly, got my physical, didn't get diddled. The doctor was an old man sitting in an armchair in the back room, which is kind of weird, but whatever.
we don't
Well-
call him Dr. Feelgood for nothing.
So I got pulled into one of the examination rooms, and she asked me a bunch of questions, and then we left the examination room, did the
You got
eye
this one
check.
turned off?
It is now.
Okay. 'Cause
Did-
I'm guessing it's picking us up.
Did the eye check. I can delete it later. Did the eye check, and then, okay, go see the doctor, and she gestured into a general area, and there was a middle-aged man sitting at a laptop, tapping away, and there was an old man sitting in an armchair, kind of just chilling there. So I was like, it's probably the middle-aged man. Turns out, this is the old man in the armchair. Huh. Oh, shit, I look like an asshole.
I'm ready.
The middle-aged man typing, because the old man can't type. The middle-aged man is the one operating the computer, typing down all the notes.
But anyway,
But was it the doctor off of Cannonball Run?
yeah. I got to watch that again. No, that's the one in Lowell in front of Myers. It's
Yep.
called Well Now. Shout out to those guys. Super easy, in and out. I forgot that they have to take a piss test for kidney failure stuff.
Kidney failure,
Sugar.
blood sugar,
mine did
sugars in your urine.
So anyway,
I don't think mine did that.
I took a piss before we left, and I didn't have to go. So they brought me water, and I'm sitting in there dicking off on my phone. Amy went with me. She's just sitting in the break room. They got free slushies there.
Yeah, boost your sugar levels.
She goes, you can't have one of those until you're done. And I'm like, okay, I didn't have one anyway. I'm like, I need less sugar in my day anyway.
No, I went to the.
By the way, my blood pressure was 120/82. Bitches.
I got measured over here. This clinic over here did it manually, not with a machine that
So
always
did
reads
they.
high.
That's what they did. She did the
Because
whole.
those machines usually read much higher than normal.
I'm surprised at how low tech they are there. Because she stood down the hallway and she goes, "All right, turn around and cover one of your ears." I'm like, "Okay," and she goes, "What? I'm gonna say a word and you got to tell me what it is." Pineapple. Then I go, "Okay, watermelon." Jesus, really?
No,
And then the simple colors and my vision is taking a shit.
Mine
A
is.
little, not bad.
Mine
it
is,
passed.
but I still
Well, yeah,
pass
you
with
still think a
2-year
fucking Corvette's cool.
yellow.
Duh.
Hold on, yellow Corvette.
I didn't
is
say
cool.
yellow's green. I'm not a big yellow guy.
No, I like them in Lowell, but Jimmy said I couldn't go there.
Maybe just for you guys shit in the shop.
No,
Probably just
I'm the only one that has a CDL, just like you guys.
I got the paper.
I'm a driver just like you guys.
Let's not go that far.
No, I'm better than you fuckers.
I wouldn't go that far
I still
either.
put in 8 hours worth of work when you guys
See,
only
when
freaking
we
work
go to
about
that place that's
15
called
minutes.
Well Now, when he goes there, it's going, okay, now.
But I went to the one down on 44th and by Roger B. Chafee. And
Do they send you to a specific one because you're much less healthier than the rest of us?
no, they sent me to whatever one
That's what I was trying to explain to
except
Tina
our
today.
or
That
bullshit.
if you go to the ones, the big name brand ones like Corwell or whoever, they
They
about
don't
bury
want the
you. They just
liability.
about bury you.
Well,
They don't want you to have a CDL.
They're linked to my freaking my chart, and they can read all my prior shit from my doctors. And
Oh,
shit.
you don't
So
want to go there.
I don't want to go to anything that's part of Spectrum or Choosewell. I want to go to the other ones that are off-brand, private owned that has none of my records.
A week ago or 2 weeks ago, Jover went and he got there in the morning and they said it's going to be an all-day event. So he set up an appointment for 1 o'clock. He still had to wait an hour. I got there today. Okay, come on back. I'm like, holy shit.
See, the one time I went there, they're like, yeah, you're going to have to make an appointment for tomorrow or whatever. And I said, okay, when? So when you guys open? Oh, we got an appointment as soon as we open in the morning. Okay, that's what. I walked in, sat down, filled out some paperwork. Before I got done filling out the paperwork, I come back. Went back there, finished filling out the paperwork, and the doctor was asking me questions, the nurse, whatever. And I did the vision test. They tried to do the hearing test, but then they're like, oh, you have hearing aids. Yeah, never mind.
You can hear plenty
And
well.
did freaking, that time they did fondle my nuts.
Well, so I texted Jover when I got done because I said, dude, I was in and out. That was the best one ever. Thank you for it. And he goes, did you get the one with the big tits? And I'm like, no, that wasn't even paying any attention. That's all he cares about, big tits.
The one over here, I took the day off because it was a Friday, but I figured I'd get my physical done at the same time. So I went over here to this clinic and, do it first thing in the morning. So if it takes a while, it is what it is. And I got the whole day, so it doesn't matter. Get there, got the paperwork, sat down 15 minutes later, getting through it all. All right, well, we're done here.
And say that's where all the freaking school kids go for their sports physicals is right there. Is that one? Just because
So sports physicals, do they still do the hernia check?
I don't think so.
You would think, right?
But if they stop doing it for truck drivers,
Oh, man, it's, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
well, okay.
Hair in your chest? Huh?
So my ex, we actually got to talking about it once because she was on
Did they
some
touch her nuts?
tirade about school physicals or whatever is exclusionary to trans kids or whatever. It's touching kids' genitals. And I was like, look, a hernia check's been part of a sports physical for decades.
Correct.
And then I paused and I was like, do women not get hernia checks? And no, and I probably shouldn't have said it, but I said, well, I guess it's because women will bitch about goddamn anything, and she wasn't happy about that comment.
And you're not together, why?
Well, I noticed that we're not together, and now her parents are paying for her to go back to college, which they wouldn't do before.
Well, they probably should have stopped and thought about it before they paid for the first half of her education.
Yeah.
Or the last 7 cars.
7 cars.
Yeah, she had a few that they bought for her, didn't they?
They pushed her into leases.
Duh. Well, because their TV tells them to.
Well, because they run leases. Okay, that's great, but you guys make a lot more money than she
And they
does.
probably work a mile away from home.
I don't know. I was never invited to any of
Or
their
that
family
liberal
functions
don't
because
work.
I'm the white trash piece of shit boyfriend.
The great Dave Ramsey.
Been there, done that, buddy.
The great Dave Ramsey
You still
doesn't
are.
call him a fleece for nothing.
Not the boyfriend, though. I'm the husband. I'm the white trash husband.
Yeah.
The great Dave Ramsey said they don't call them fleeces for nothing, one. And two, to make a lease work, you have to be no more than 15 miles from home, working home. Otherwise, they don't work. I'm like, wow, that's, I'm out. I'm more than double that. So
Because you get 10,000 miles or so for 2 years.
I say most are like a 12,000 mile a year lease.
I think my ex's was 20,000 for 2 years, so 10,000 a year. That's not much. I put 25,000 miles or so on my car every year.
shit, I was supposed to call a diesel guy today.
I was gonna say I put
For what?
roughly that on mine.
I guess there's some diesel shop in Sunfield,
Yeah.
and not the same one you go to.
Oh.
Some other one. And apparently he does good work, and I might call him and see how much to do my car, belt, and all that shit. Maybe I'll call out your guy too. But
Which one's in Sunfield? Do you go to?
It's on St. Joe. Some diesel engineering guy. Huge pole barn in his backyard, but he repairs, actually, he does a lot of V-dubs, pickups, and I've seen some semis in his parking lot.
maybe it's the same one. Do you got a phone number for that? This one ends in 4330, but this might be his cell phone. I don't know.
Well, that's kind of what I have. It's,
That isn't Sayer, is it?
Todd something.
yeah, 4330. Same guy.
Okay.
Yeah, same guy. I liked his work. They're not the speediest around there, and I still need to get my car back for that temp sensor. But at the same time,
At this point, he gave up on you.
I just need to take it back and get it done. The temp sensor is on the back side of the engine block. The best way to get to it is from the bottom.
There's the hoist right there.
Yeah, what the hell?
Okay, Ty, you crawl under it. I'll hold the flashlight.
No,
Yeah,
that's
hoist
Ty's
right there.
job.
Because it's got to come a lot lower to get your arm far enough up the back of the block. You basically, it's
You're reaching to the top of the block.
it's near the top of the back of the block, right by the firewall, so you can't get to it from the top because of the turbo and the DPF.
I got a torch. We can get to anything.
I'll just drill a hole through the firewall behind the radio.
Rip the entire dash out, drill a hole, pull a sensor.
Yeah, you missed a whole fun last weekend.
Oh, God.
Oh, take your oil?
No,
What?
Greg's.
Oh, yeah.
Greg's lights and stereo install. So they tore the tunnel open to install the radio, put it all back together. Then to do the lights, we had to tear the tunnel back open.
No, we never tore the tunnel out.
I mean, opened it
No, I never did.
to run wires for the sub.
No, they went overhead.
Oh,
Over and
thought you had the tunnel
because the
open.
radio's overhead, so it just went and down.
But yeah, had to. They were working on it, starting to piece everything back together, and then Hendrix and I were trying to do what we could outside the side by side.
There's
And
a lot
then-
of design. The designs of that stuff are great, and then on the other hand, the designs of that shit is shit.
Hold on.
It's crazy.
The user manual for that plug and play kit for the turn signals actually told you what size sockets you're going to need for everything.
Actually, that was a really good kit. It was the Corbin turn signal kit.
It was a real royal pain to do some of it, but when it tells you what size you need, all right, you can have all the tools ready to go.
it had really good instructions for the
Nice.
kit.
That's
You're
very
gonna
few and
need to
far
take-
between.
You're going to need to take this nut off the stud behind the dash. There were 3 of them, and then the whole dash basically loosens up. Then you pull it about 1 inch back, so you can run wires through all the fucking holes. You put it all back. It's crazy.
Nice.
The turn signal running lights came with new ones. You have to pull the headlight enclosures out, then basically break the retention clips for the existing one to pull it out, so you can put the new one in. Then it plugged into the existing wiring, and then it had another plug you had to plug into the new wiring harness that had to be run through. You had to pull the HVAC unit back into the vehicle so you could run the wires through the firewall there.
I still don't like the way that shit ran, but
It plugs in. Hopefully it does fine, because that whole process was a pain with 4 of us doing
the
it.
fucking radio took longer than I had hoped. I'm starting to get a hell of a pile of Can-Am parts on my floor.
It got to a point where I had to just read the manual to try and distinguish what we're trying to do.
Well, thanks to Moody and Hendricks for coming out and helping, because I did a little bit with the turn signals, not much. You guys did all that.
That front part.
I was busy
sucked.
fucking with that radio. Because once you get everything mounted, then you realize the roof, I never bolted the roof back down. But you can't run the bolts in to the roof with the speaker pods up there. So then when you finally get it put back together, you can't get all the bolts in it. So now the speaker pods are only held up with 3 bolts each side, because the great big bolts that hold the roof on, it's a fucking mess. I basically had to tear the whole radio back out.
Yeah. He got it all the way in, realized the roof's not secured, pull it all back out, secure the roof, put it all as best back together as he could. Meanwhile, Hendricks and I are trying to get turn signals, taillights, all this other stuff running. Oh, my God.
That was a huge bitch.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Was that
thank
movie
you.
Deuce Bigelow? That's a huge bitch.
Get some wiring put into the plugs, realize that the wires are run the wrong way, so you got to take them back out of the plug and run them the right way, plug them back in. Realize that you got them in the wrong sockets, pull them back out, put them in the right.
When he ordered the kit, he was just going to buy, I want these turn signals, I don't want the button ones. And I'm like, I get you there. Those suck. I put them in once before on another machine. He bought the real cool ones like I got. But he goes, I think that's all I want. And I'm like, no, if you're going to do it, shit or get off the pot. Get the turn signals, because get the hazard light and the horn kit. So we did all that. But then there's a string of wire, 2 different wires that go from a harness. You have to pull the harness apart. Then you have to pull the dash out, the speedo, all that shit. You have to pull the fucking wire harness apart. Plug in the 2 little harness.
Pull the Deutsch connector apart.
Yeah, the little pins.
Push the pins into the correct sockets.
And then push the fucking
Put the
white
whole
thing back
connector,
in.
put the Deutsch connector back together, to plug it in to activate. That was for turn signals.
Just for the indicator lights. Not even the turn signals, just for the indicator lights. But if he ever wants to make it real legal, you got to have all that.
But so it was a new wiring harness for the tail lights. It used the existing tail lights, but it was a new wiring harness. And then instead of 1 3-pin plug to go to the rest of the vehicle, it's a 3-pin and a 4-pin that have to plug in the back. So there's a whole new wiring harness in the back. And then we had to fish a new wiring harness to the back so you can plug into the existing 3-pin and the new 4-pin. Ah, dude.
And then under the dash, or in the dash, where the key and the ignition, all the shit is, the control panel, you pull that out, and for the hazard and horn, you got these wires that go into the back of that plug. Well, we put them in, and then we realized this has to come back apart, because it comes through one part of the dash and then back down to come into the back of that. And then, no, it needs to come all the way through, instead of, because now you can't put the panel back on. So we had to unhook all that shit, put it back, and then, yeah.
So it may say painless. It's not.
No.
You're going to hate your life doing it.
So anybody out there looking at a machine, just click every box.
Pay a shop to do it. You're going to hate your life.
Cheap ass neighbor should have just fucking clicked that box and got.
He did. He
Oh,
ordered
but this
one.
ain't the one that he ordered. This was one that
Right.
they had. They called him and said they had this one.
No, he ordered it from Lakeside. with everything, like mine. Came with everything. Perfect. Okay, well, it's going to be maybe 3 more weeks before you can get it. He shops around, finds the exact same machine, but not with everything on it at Fox. Goes to Fox and buys that one instead. Then he decides, nah, yeah, you're right, I really do want the turn signals, and yeah, you're right, I really do want the stereo, my JBL speaker on the dash. Kind of sucks.
Ain't cutting
It worked, but... Actually, I like his head unit because he got a Rockford Fosgate head unit where the subwoofer adjustment is built right into the radio, where mine's got a on-the-fly wheel. Potentiometer thing on the... Yeah.
Well, I think before we end this one, we need to do the pizza.
Oh, shit. Do you want to come back with that?
You want to end with one, or you want to
Where we
start
at?
with it? We're at 56.
Let's do something quick, and then we'll come back with a pizza review.
All right.
More screenshot stuff? Maybe? Stellantis, as
Fiat.
some know it,
Dodge.
Fiat, Dodge, Ram, Chrysler, whatever. This is the headline. Stellantis uses mandatory remote workday. So apparently there's once, 2, 3, 4 times a week, people have to work from home.
Oh, no.
How are they going to put a car together from home?
It's probably the collections. Who knows? But Stellantis uses mandatory remote workday to cut 400 white-collar jobs. It was a mass firing of everybody that was on the call.
Hey, you don't have to worry about security escorting people off the property.
Exactly.
Oh, you're already at home? Perfect. Stay
Affected
there.
Stellantis employees were expected to work from home unless otherwise instructed by your manager.
In other words, if you're fired,
Stay
you
home.
got to work from home.
Stay home. We'll do a conference call to fire y'all. The ones that aren't.
Oh, by the
Come
way,
in and
you
put
better
cars
ship
together.
us that laptop.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, then they're not stealing all the staplers and the paper and the whatever on their way out.
Yeah, but you got to send that laptop they provide back.
Maybe.
Well, no,
Yeah.
they're going to demand it back.
Oh, I would take a shit right on the keyboard. Freaking close it and send it right
How
back.
Thought that's what mechanics did anyways.
We're almost to our hour, but how are we feeling about P. Diddy these days?
I still don't know what the fuck's going on.
P. Diddy is just another one of those pedophiles.
Oh,
He had
yeah.
he had camera in every single room of his house, and he's got dirt on all these politicians, Hollywood actors, Hollywood elites.
So has he been found yet?
I don't think so.
Is
They'll
he,
they'll find him.
Is he
Well,
trying
they're
to...
gonna find his corpse.
I'm assuming that he's in the Bermuda Triangle was for concrete shoes.
I'm sure Hillary. I'm sure
Oh, I
he's been
thought he was
Hillaried.
trying to work his way up to an island.
He's got 2 big mansions.
I'm sure if they throw a bunch of them in the same spot, they'll create an island.
Yeah, pretty soon she's got one.
Hollywood will be real empty.
Apparently, he's got 2 big houses. I'm sure he's got more than 2.
Oh, he's
They
got
raided-
multiple. I think they
they
raided
raided
like
all of them
12
at the same
houses
time.
or something at the same time.
Yep, and they found a bunch of stuff. And he took half the videos with him, apparently. But he got on a plane, so he, you know how
He went
the
to
Jews,
freaking.
who's the Jews? O.J. Simpson. Kind of ran away from his problems. He did the same thing. He got on a plane and went to the Caribbean.
All right,
I don't
so
remember which.
There were people watching this plane on on their app.
Yeah, I don't remember where he went. I know it was Caribbean island somewhere. I think it started with an A.
Aruba.
I don't think so. Was it?
I don't know.
A
Either way.
problem. It's a problem because he's not coming. He can't come back.
Is it Epstein Island?
Whatever. And besides being able to publicly hang him for being a freaking pedophile, I'm not gonna miss him.
If they catch him and they put him in prison,
He'll last a week before he hangs himself.
they're gonna pee diddle him. They're gonna
On
pee
suicide
diddle him
watch.
to death.
Be diddling with fists?
They're gonna pee diddle him with.
He's gonna
pigs,
drown
whatever.
in the prison shower by gunshot wound.
Dick shot wounds. I think they're gonna. Shit. out of him.
No, he's a
That doesn't
celebrity. He
happen.
won't be in Gen Pop.
That won't happen.
He'll just commit suicide while on Suicide Watch.
There's too many
Yeah.
rules and too many cameras in place. That
All
won't
10
happen.
cameras got shut off somehow. I don't know. It's a big malfunction.
It was the Russians. That's who it was. Speaking of Russians, you like their response to terrorists?
Oh yeah, They beat the shit out of those guys. They chopped one guy's ear off.
And force fed it to him.
And wasn't it like, was it 4 or 6 people that went in there?
I think
was
4,
four.
but I only saw 2 people go on trial, and they were rough.
Why did they even make it to trial? They're ISIS. They're terrorists. Just
Well, no,
fucking-
they're probably the only ones that survived the ordeal. Then they went on trial, and I think they got sentenced to death.
My new power washer wand is supposed to be here tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now you just have to put in some work and power wash some shit.
Well, come on now. I use the shit out of that thing every year. Now I'm really going to use it, and everything's going to get washed in the front yard.
In the driveway.
Oh, yep. Here's a fun one. Salary needed to live comfortably in the Tampa, St. Petersburg area. This is just another screenshot.
What was it?
I
A
took.
single man was 98,000 or something, or 94?
94,432. Single adult.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Single day
adult.
them.
Shut up. Single him her.
Single adult 94.5. Call it 94,432. 94.5. The national average is 93,933. So
Shit,
94 grand. So that's right there.
I make less than average.
Yeah.
For the St. Petersburg area. You make average.
No, he
for
said
here.
national
National
average.
Oh.
I make less than national average.
Remember
I didn't catch
when
that.
we used to make good money?
Yeah.
No. But 2 working adults and 2 children in the house, which
Like
is me and
210,000 or something.
Yep. 209,498. Call it 210. Me and Amy aren't there. Ain't no fucking way.
Well, even if Jeremy here gets gay married to his coworker, they ain't going to be anywhere close to that.
Well, yeah, speaking of Andrews.
Even then, you ain't going to be anywhere close to 200.
You okay over there?
Dude, I'm about to come across this bar and bitch slap you with my nutsack.
You know, we give each other shit
Is that
all night
COME
long.
or CUM across this bar? All right, hold on. I got one for you, Ty.
Yep. Oh, dude, I got one that's going to
That-
fire you right up.
That Mega Millions.
Oh, yeah.
The jackpot was a bill. Cash payout was $570 million.
Jesus.
If you had that much money, would you buy as many houses as P. Diddy did, or would you keep it less?
I would pay off the house I own. And the rest would go investments.
And the rest would...
All right,
I think we talk a big game. I think we all say, yes, we're going to invest it and live off the interest. However, I think that's what everybody says.
the
Next
interest
thing you know,
off of that is what?
his
80
dent
grand
side
a
collection
year?
would triple. And some
I
of them
said
would
I
actually
said
get
I
done.
would invest.
He didn't say in
That's,
what.
yeah, that's a loss. That's
Dent
pretty-
sides,
Hold on.
and Mustangs.
If he had the technical know-how, he would invent a new cryptocurrency, dent coin.
Dude, if you were to do, for you to do that, your lottery ticket might as well be printed out with red ink. Because it's going to put you in red. But everybody does it. There was one like lottery winner TV show a long time ago I watched. I don't watch.
Oh, I
TV,
watched-
but
I
was
watched-
at
They
somebody
piss
else's
all their
house.
money away.
I watched one.
Some dude was buying samurai swords, and he's a fucking total idiot living with his mom and dad, and they're double wide.
I watched a TikTok video this week of it was like the top 10 smartest lottery winners or top 10 richest lottery winners. And
They're all broke.
no.
No, this is
these
the
ones,
smart
smarter
ones.
ones.
These
Okay.
are the smart ones. And some of them, within 2 years, doubled and tripled their winnings.
Okay, see,
And they're still doubling and tripling it every year.
you have to take a hard line because I think it's very easy to go, I want all these things. All this shit I've always wanted, and then some.
And out
So-
of them, there was only one couple. They bought a $6 million mansion. But they're still doubling and tripling their...
So I thought about it. If somehow I won, pay off my house now, and also
you pay off your house,
hold
or
on,
you buy like the one that you can see from your house.
straight across.
Yeah, the great big, not straight across, the one way back. It was a really long driveway.
I think I'd improve where
Or
I live, pay it off, improve it, like make it the way I want it. buy a huge plot of land in like Tennessee on the mountainside, just empty land. I just want somewhere, build a little cabin, disconnect from the world, and then probably about the size I have now near my mom. So when I go to visit, I have my own house to be in.
Would you retire?
No. I like having a schedule. That being said, I will probably be more insufferable at work.
Oh, fuck yes.
I wouldn't retire, but I don't know if I would stay employed with the same place.
I think if you won, you should go into business for yourself.
Yeah, just even if you're breaking even,
Doesn't matter.
you still have a schedule and you're happy.
The issue is, I know, like for myself, if I don't have a schedule to abide by, everything just goes to shit and I don't get anything done. I need a set schedule to at least set the pace.
You're following a line not only because of that, but because you have bills to pay.
Me?
I could work fewer hours.
And
But-
every day your
When I was on
shampoo and
vacation,
conditioner bill gets bigger because of that hair.
when I was on vacation and I got back, I didn't have a set schedule. I just slept until I wasn't tired anymore. I didn't get a damn thing done because I woke up late and I was like, well,
Groggy and
the day's already ruined.
right.
So I need a set schedule in my life to keep me on target.
And see, like I said, I wouldn't retire, but I wouldn't keep my same job. I would get a job with a whole lot less stress, a whole lot less physical damage to my body.
Oh, so glory hole attendant?
No, that would be
That's what
physical.
he's got now.
That would be physical.
Well, you could get a real comfy seat to sit on.
But anyway, I could work it. Fucking Mickey D's for $15 an hour at that point.
You just told me today you were almost late. You need a job that doesn't start till noon and goes till like 3.
No, you need a job where you can
But
set
again-
your own schedule.
Let's always look at that. I was almost late.
You said you slept in.
Yep.
You
I
have
was
a-
almost late. But
Once your situation changes, do you think you're still gonna have the same problem?
no.
Okay, I don't think
But-
you will either. But
If you go ask my boss, since he has been the new manager, I have not been late one day.
really, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
So
What about the other one?
August,
How's he doing? Never mind.
But I think if you had that kind of money, if you did your own like repair truck, you could, well, you like being up overnight, you could very easily go service trucks at the rest area in puddles of piss.
here goes the problem with that movie. Is the fact that if it's my own service truck, my own time frame,
Your boss is going to be a real dick.
my boss is going to be a dick. He's going to lose his temper, and he's going to carry and shoot somebody that pisses in the parking lot when the bathroom is right over there.
He's constantly gonna be working on it because we've got to get 6-0. We got to take a break. When we come back, pizza review, and I've got a topic screenshot. We try to have as much fun as possible and see a little red in between. I think I got a way for you guys to get rich. All right.
Yeah, okay.
Take a break. Sun is out.
Here's to those that wish us well.
All the rest can go to hell.
Alan, you got to call us still.